So this keychain made me well over $50,000 over the past few months. It basically allows you to scan whatever album you have as the tag directly onto your phone. I'll also talk about how I found the product initially and also speak on how I came up with a bunch of different video concepts for it. So I found this product using the Instagram burner method. It's basically you make your Reels page, show you dropshipping video after dropshipping video. You basically interact with a bunch of dropshipping Instagram accounts, liking their content, interacting with it, commenting, following, all that kind of stuff, and do that for around 15 to 30 minutes and their account is pretty much set. I knew at first that it was kind of like a decent product because of its wow factor, scanning your favorite album directly onto your phone. Like, you haven't really seen that before. And also because of the niche I was going to push it in, which is mainly hip hop, rap, R&B, that kind of thing, which is something I'm quite into myself. So I knew I'd understand the niche to a level, and also making content for it wouldn't actually be as hard. When I first got the products, there weren't really any videos I could copy, so I had to think of majority of them myself. I did this mainly in 3 ways. One being just off the top of my head, based on my understanding of the niche, the kind of jokes that were going on at the time, what was going on, news, etc. That's why they say being in the niche yourself can actually be a pro. The second way was literally just going on TikTok and searching up phrases or words in relation to the product. So sometimes I could search keychain, look for the most liked video, see if I can derive like a concept from the video or just steal the concept of the video entirely itself. And the third way was literally just scrolling on Instagram and TikTok. My burners show me like viral dropshipping content, see if I can copy their concepts and relate it to my product. So now I'm just going to quickly show you what the kind of setup is for when I'm making one of the videos and how I kind of put it all together. So first things first, I kind of set up the lights. I got these off Amazon for £60, $80. They're quite affordable. So I just positioned them here in front of my desk. Just improves the quality of the video quite drastically. So now I set up the props in the video. This so the background is not really boring, bland, it doesn't look staged. So the people that are actually watching the videos I'm making have other things to look at. Like, they actually watch the whole thing because I'm trying to capture their attention and all that kind of stuff. You can see I have this music wall here. I actually had this before, but it actually does benefit the product and the videos I'm actually making because it's kind of in relation to it anyways. I normally use these 2 plant pots that I got from a shop near me. It's not really that expensive at all. Then I like to put my headphones in the middle. Literally, it's another thing that's in relation to the product, so it does help a little. So how I look for sounds when I'm actually finishing off the video for this product is I just look for a song that is in relation to the album that I'm showing on the keychain. So any song that matches kind of like a beat drop of me actually showing the scanning of the album onto the phone, I'll just look for a song that matches that, lines up with the video, and then go from there. That makes sense. So kind of just to close off, I would say success in my eyes in e-commerce is just being able to be consistent and putting 100% of your effort in over that time. So being able to keep pushing over a long period of time. And in that time, stacking up those small wins. You might get a sale here, you get a viral video there, etc., etc. And just kind of building up that momentum until you get to where you want to be. This shit ain't easy. When I first started, I thought it was going to be a walk in the park. Boy, was I wrong. I would say the main things though, as I was saying earlier, is just consistency. Consistency and momentum, I think, will get you to where you need to be. And yeah, just don't give up. I remember when I was on like my 8th product and I didn't go viral again. It was a month of me testing this product and I was like, what's actually going on? Surely it actually can't be this hard. Like, it just can't. But you guys know Mikey, he's tested like 30 products in a year. I saw in a YouTube video once. So 7 or 8 is rookie numbers. You just have to keep going and keep putting in all of your energy into it.
Okay, so you have to tell your story about how Rihanna all of a sudden reached out to you. What happened there?
Yeah, so one of the videos was kind of blown up on Instagram. I was getting quite a lot of followers. Like, the followers was going up like tremendously, like rapidly at the time. I was actually on a flight, like a family holiday to Greece, and the plane was about to take off. And I checked my phone, just refresh it before the plane goes off. And then I check my messages and I see there's a message from Rihanna. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, my jaw was on the ground and I'm looking at it, I'm reading it, and my mom's next to me. And then I show it to my mom and she's like, that's crazy as well. And the plane literally takes off and I don't have any more signal, so I couldn't even reply to the message until I actually landed.
Maybe can you share your screen and go through the account itself? Yeah, so what was the biggest video, and when did she reach out there?
I think it was this video around August, yeah, because that's when I went on holiday. Mm-hmm. This video was gaining a lot of traction, and then literally when I checked my messages, it was there.
Yeah. What do you think? Why did this actually go viral? Like, why did this work so well for you?
I think people saw the first clip and they thought, well, it was actually Kanye West. Like, I was actually there filming him in person, but I actually just got it from TikTok. Like, I just searched up Kanye West clips and they thought it was like a proper true story. They kind of related to it. And then they were pissed off because I said he noticed me, but he just gave me a little glance. So yeah.
That's probably what Rihanna thought as well when she reached out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Maybe you can go through to the account itself. And this made like around 60K.
Yeah, yeah, very close to 60K.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's go through the videos generally, and you can maybe talk about like the style of videos you film, the best things that go viral for you, the learnings you had, etc.
Perfect, perfect. So this was the first kind of one of the concepts I came up with. It was just having a clip of, because it's a music product, having a clip of the artist at first, and then saying something about them looking at us whilst we're trying to show them the product, and then going on to just showcasing the product. So people thought it was actually me in person with that quote unquote artist of the tag I was filming. And then I'd show actually the tag after that. So that was a concept I did a couple of times. It worked decently well. That was the biggest one with it. This one, I just got this idea from like scrolling on normal like TikTok burner and seeing what other like drop shippers were doing. And I just catered it to the product. So it was like a popular concept at the time. Men are hard to buy men. And I literally just showcased the product, the most popular, like one that sold the most.
Yeah.
So that was another one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then
which one converted better, like from all the top videos?
I would say this one for sure.
Yeah.
Because they thought it was a proper true story.
Yeah, and also it makes so much sense that like you position yourself as a business, like it's clear that you're selling something. That's like a perfect video overall, and obviously with the hook, etc. But yeah, like what else? Like, did you have other video concepts which also worked well?
This was a good one. So this one, I just went on TikTok one day and I searched up Keychain because that's just what the product is. So I was just searching up a word that was similar to the product I was filming, and I saw this girl saying like, my keychains, like showing off her keychains. So I clipped it up and then I like showed my main keychains and I said, no, ours are cooler. I just started showing off our like keychains. I think people got a little bit pissed off in the comments, but yeah, that was the concept I came up with. And then, I just did that really for coming up with concepts. I just go on TikTok, search up like any words or phrases related to the product, and then try and like derive an idea from that, or even just like steal the concept entirely and just use it for the product.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did you come up with any ideas from like other niches, or was it fully all from this?
All from this, really.
Yeah. Were you the main account, or like were you copying from other dropshippers or from other music videos?
No, I was the main account, so all the ideas were kind of off the top of my head, apart from the ones where it's like copying from other dropshipping, like viral content. So all of like the original concepts I had to come up with.
Yeah. Is there anything generally you think which is like super interesting about this account, or any video concepts you wanted to share as well?
Yeah, one of the video concepts does quite well. This one I did actually steal from kind of quote like another dropshipper. So you know, with the Taylor Swift kind of keyboard kind of thing, they had a concept where they'd have a fake comment. So I just applied that kind of concept to the product, and that was this video, which did quite well. They had the comment of like the artist and then what they think we sell. Then I drew it like a fake version of what the product would actually be, and then I switched it to what that product actually is with the caption, what we really sell, and that did quite well.
Yeah. Did you make most of the money from Instagram or also on TikTok and YouTube?
Majority Instagram for sure. Yeah, it's definitely Instagram.
Yeah. And was this the very first big product you generally had?
Yeah. In the program, for sure. The biggest.
Yeah. Maybe you can talk about like the general learning curve from you, like how did things start, what new things did you learn in the program, and like how did things develop overall?
So outside the program, I actually had a successful product like when I first started dropshipping. And going into that, I thought if I was to do that same idea or the same things that got me to that successful product getting there in the first place would be the same as when I was in the program, but it wasn't the case at all. Like it was kind of like a shock to me getting used to like the way things were done in the program in comparison to how I was doing it before. For example, so when I got the first winner, I was just filming content over and over again. So filming the same thing over and over again and posting it. And then when I came to the program, the mentors just laughing at me saying like, why are you doing that? And I was just kind of like shocked because I didn't think like it was kind of like putting your ego aside and like the mentors knowing better and just listen to what they had to say. Because in my mind, it's like, I've already made it. Surely I should just keep doing what I'm doing. But no, I'll say that was the biggest learning curve for me, just being receptive to what people are trying to tell me.
Yeah, I think it's just something you don't know what you don't know. And it's very difficult to understand what the right thing is without anybody telling you. Because, for example, it sounds very logical to actually post a video 3, 4, 5 30 times, because that's like, it worked, let's just do it over and over and over and over again. But of course you should do that, but to a point, and there's like always should be like new things, etc., because it's, in the end of the day, it's like it's the same audience which watches it, and at some point you just saturate everything. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What would you say like sticked out specifically to you about this product?
So like, when I first found the product, it was kind of like the video was of like, Chinese suppliers, like a video they would make for a product. So it wasn't even a drop shipper. So in my mind, I was like, this product hadn't really been seen on any Instagram, like any social platform, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So I thought it was unique in that sense. Also, I was in the niche myself. So I knew it'll be easier for me to make content for it because I'm quite into like music myself. So I knew I could actually make content for it quite easily. And the unique factor itself, like scanning your favorite album straight onto your phone. So I knew it would like resonate with a lot of people and people would probably be quite passionate about it.
100%. And I think it's also like the cool thing about it is that you literally take the passion of the artist and sell on that. There's hyper fans in the entire music industry, and obviously people are going to want to see if their favorite artist is also on there, so they're going to start like searching your store. How did you see like having enough product like variance on your product? Did you see that impacting everything or no?
100%. When I first obviously the demo sample, I just had like 7 or 6. And then it started picking up quite fast, and I need to get like products in. Obviously, products take like anywhere from a week and a half to like 2.5 weeks to come in. So I had to order multiple and I had to get them in fast. And once I did that, I started making more content. So the more variants I had, the more content I could make, and then the more I could go essentially.
Yeah. And like before dropshipping overall, like how did you start with this? Like what was your journey overall?
So like my journey goes back like to I was like 15. Like I used to be like a shoe reseller, like clothes and stuff like that. Then I moved on to NFTs, made a bunch of money there. Then I did trading Forex for 2 years, but like nothing was ever like really like consistent or like huge in terms of like the money I can make in one go and money I can make consistently. So I started, I took a gap year. So that's like a break between college and university, and I had a bunch of free time on my hands. So alongside trading, I was like, why not try why not try dropshipping and see what I can do with that? And then I started, it's been a year now, and then it's where I came up to now.
Yeah, I see. What's the goal from here?
The goal from here, I would say, test more products that no one has ever seen. I feel like that's the strat, like products that no one's seen, like AliExpress, or if you're going on Instagram, TikTok, and like just haven't seen that product before and it has a unique wow factor. That's the biggest thing for me right now.
100%, especially if you have experience, that's always the way to go. Obviously, I think you should be thinking about one more thing, which is making things bigger with creators in Facebook. Like this is something which you're going to have to do if you want to scale like drastically. And obviously it's important to understand that the things that get you to like the first 100K are not the same that get you from 100 to 1 million. You like on paper, you can do the same thing 10 times. Like you can do the same thing you did just 10 times. And at some point you're going to be at 1 million, but that's just like such a long time frame that it needs to be sped up with other things. And that's going to the main 2 things you should be actively looking for is how easy is that product to transfer to Facebook in the long run. Like it's a very big criteria you should be thinking about when even putting a lot of time into scaling a brand, because that's where you're going to make the majority of the long-term money. Like everything above a few 100,000, that's made there, So that's one thing. And the second thing is obviously like how like building up a pool of creators and things like that. So like are you planning on that, or so far you're doing everything kind of by yourself? And
I do plan on doing that and expanding. Right now, everything is literally just me. And I'm finding less time since I've actually started like university and work. But I do plan on expanding to Facebook. Like I remember you telling me a while ago about an agency account. I think that's what it's called. Just to like get over the community violations that I might like come across on Facebook. So definitely looking into that.
Yeah, exactly. You said you just started university?
Yeah, literally university and work. So my time is like shrunk, it's cut multiple times.
Why do you do that instead of this full time?
kind of because it's like a unique opportunity that I'm in, like the unique like work that I'm doing. It's like, no, I wouldn't say once in a lifetime, but it is quite like unique in what I'm doing. So it's kind of just for my parents, to be honest.
What do you do?
So I'm just doing a degree apprenticeship. It's basically when you can like go to university, like the university degree is paid for free. You don't have to pay anything. And then you're also working for like a company at the same time and you're getting paid for the company.
I see.
Yeah.
Do you expect making more from that or from dropshipping this?
Dropshipping 100%.
So what's the point there?
Again, like I think it's just parent kind of pressure, societal pressure, I think as well, kind of just getting it out of the way. But if I was to choose, I would choose dropshipping any day.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's interesting. Like, is that something, did you think about it, or was that just like a thing which happened and you didn't even question, just like, okay, so this is what I have to do. I got this opportunity. I have to take it and that's it. Like, how did you go about this?
It was kind of like, I had to take the opportunity because I put myself in like the whole like interview process and like doing everything. Like got my like whole family like psyched up to it. Like everything. It was kind of like the next step from normal school. And then I just kind of, yeah, I'll say it was a plan to just do it and then do this alongside like the duration of the course and everything.
I don't know like what stage that's in, but I would reconsider a lot. Like in general, if I would be in that position, like from what you're saying so far, you sound like a hustler. You sound like if you did reselling, forex, all these things, and then get to dropshipping, finally make something work, make pretty good money. There's some people where I'm very, very, very hesitant with giving advice for do dropshipping full time, because I know either got lucky or something just worked, because not because of them as an entrepreneur, but because outside stuff, I don't think that's the case with you. I think you just actually made it work, and like it wasn't the easiest thing. You tested a bunch of things, you made it in the long run, and I don't see because of that, I don't see a reason for you to not make it work like for the next few years, and like at least make a few $100,000 profit every year. Which I promise you is more than you're going to make from any other job.
I 100% agree as well.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and also you have to understand how everything can always be pushed, because it feels like you have this crazy opportunity right now with this like internship. You're 19 and everything that happens until you're 25 is whatever. Yeah, I know people who start completely new fields of jobs at 25, and it's not that big of a deal at all. If like you can always do these things later on, Right now, the main thing you should be doing is pushing this, because I can tell you, over the next few years, if you just actually try business only, you will make it work. At your age, you literally don't have any big commitments. You don't have anything. You're 19. It's like an open world. You can do whatever the fuck you want. And I would not like limit myself and just commit to one thing, which number one, you don't even want, and number two is not aligned with the goals I'm hearing. Like this is not what it is,
Yeah, that's for sure.
Obviously, it's still the whole parents thing, and like in the end of the day, I know even Blaji, for example. Blaji is. Do you know Blaji?
No, I don't.
Yeah, he's like a really successful guy as well. I think at this point made over $10 million with dropshipping. He was in the program, and he has like his own little YouTube channel. Anyways, basically, he finished university while making a few $1 million a year, and I thought that was insane. I thought that was like I don't even know what to say. I don't understand it. For example, you're saying that you don't have to pay for the degree, and they're for that. Like in Europe, that's the most like. We don't even value that because everything's free. All the degrees are free. It's like that's normal. That's of course. And then you get paid for doing a job. That's like a very normal concept as well. So like I don't know how much of a crazy opportunity it is.
It's crazy. Like it's really crazy because like in the UK, university debt is such a big thing. Like by the time you're 20. Like 21 out of uni, you have so much debt that you've racked up from university. So like the idea of someone completely paying for your degree, which is like, I think for me, it's like 36K overall. They're just paid for. You don't have any debt or anything. And then you get to work for like one of the like biggest companies in the world. That's the whole idea of it.
Yeah, I mean, the question is just like, what's the upside? And I think like
Yeah.
the opportunity cost of doing this is working 6 hours less on dropshipping per day for the next few years, which is going
Yeah.
to cost you significantly more than 36K guaranteed. And
Yeah.
on top, like, so it's not free at all. It's like it's very expensive to
Yeah.
like
It's expensive to my future.
yeah, no, it's super expensive to do something which is not a money making activity. Like at
Yeah.
some point, and I know this is difficult to switch because so far, the only expensive thing you can do is buy something expensive. But at this point, you're at a point where you already made some money with dropshipping. So your time is worth something. Not spending your time on the money making thing is very expensive, always.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being sick is very expensive. Like all the like as an example, or like something like you're saying, which is job plus university, is probably the most expensive thing you can purchase in your whole life. You know,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't really see it that way. Yeah, I mean, in the end of the day, you have to make your own decisions. But
I do agree with what you're saying. I won't lie to you. I do agree.
yeah.
I do
So
agree.
is there a chance you can actually not do this, or?
There is a chance. It all depends on like, because what I'm thinking is like, over the course of the next year, 2 years, how much can I really, with the time I have, even though I have less time, how much can I really make with organic dropshipping and paid, potentially? And depending on that, I think there is a chance. Yeah.
Would you have to make a significant more amount before?
Yeah. Because it's like, I have that now. That's kind of like a safety cushion.
Yeah.
I go all in and then I can fall back on that, what I've made. That's how it works in my mind, how I'm thinking.
If you don't make it work, then you still have enough money to keep going in? Or?
Keep going and like, keep trying.
I don't see a reason why it shouldn't work. Again, like the whole, you've seen how dropshipping it goes. If you put in the work, it just works, you know. And obviously later on, if you then successfully use leverage, which is the most important thing, like after that, you can scale very easily. So I wouldn't view it that way at all.
You view as in like, do whatever you need to do, and it will just work in the end.
I remember how I told my parents I'm not going to university after I had like $50 made.
Really? That's crazy.
No, just because I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Made $50 with some Instagram shout out on some boxing page. This is insane. Like I just texted this guy. He posted my product. I built a store in a day. And now I made $50. This is crazy. I don't know how this happened. And then I was like, okay, so I know for a fact that whatever other thing I wanted to do, this is better.
Because that's what I was saying to my mom. I was like, now that I've done it once, I've done it multiple times now. It's like, how can I not do it again? Like, how can I not do it again? And then like every time I say that to her, she'd give me like a 30-minute lecture saying, no, you got to do it. Don't worry. It's just like, have it in your back pocket for the life. Like every time I talk to her about like not doing it, she just like can spend a lot of time convincing me to do it. Yeah. Like keep it like it's tough.
I completely don't view the world in a way where somebody else is even in the position to tell me what to do in terms of I have to do it no matter what. Like that's not how, I don't think that's how the world works, you know? I think like as an individual person, you can actually make your own decisions. And if that means that you have to like move out and do your own stuff and like do everything by yourself, that's one thing. You can ask Mikey. He did the same exact thing, and it was a war with his parents as well, you know?
You see, I'll update in a couple months, and you guys will see what decision I made.
Yes, for sure. When is it supposed to start?
I've already started it. Oh. I'm doing it right now. Yeah. That's why my time has been cut in half for the past month or so.
I see.
Yeah.
From here, like how much time do you have effectively per day to spend on this?
I've got a good, so Tuesday to Friday, 5 hours a day. Mm-hmm. And then I've got Saturday, Sunday and Monday, 4 days to do it.
Okay, so what's the specific plan? Like maybe we can. I think it's going to be pretty interesting to go over like your daily structure, how you structure everything, and what the plan for the next few months is with that, and then I can give you my thoughts.
Like daily plan in terms of dropshipping. Yeah. So the hours I have right now at work is like 10 to 6. So I wake up around 7. I go to the gym. I come back, make breakfast, go to work, come back around 6:30. Sometimes around 6. I'm living with someone, so like we take it in terms of cooking. If he cooks, the food's just there, and I eat that, and then literally get straight to it for a couple of hours, and then I might do some uni work and maybe some other work in relation to work, and then I'll go to bed. So I can spend a good 3.5, 4 hours doing dropshipping work, an hour doing uni work, go to bed. And then on Saturdays, bulk film a bunch of content. Sundays, the same thing. Mondays, the same thing. Do like the big tasks on the weekend, like website work, all that kind of stuff. Mm. And then Tuesday to Friday, that kind of schedule I just explained.
How much profit did you make so far? Because like I would be thinking, and this is what I'm always thinking, is how can I pay to win everything? How can I spend my money the best to spend less time and make everything work more effectively? You know, so like yeah,
30,000.
Okay.
USD.
So I will be thinking about outsourcing, like a few things. You actually have to make a list of all of your tasks. Okay. So for example, one of them is cooking, one of them is cleaning, one of them is product research, everything you do on a daily basis. And then what the cheapest outsourceable thing is. And usually like ordering food is going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
Like getting some person to do product research for you, especially creators, because what I've seen is you now not only have money that you can spend, you also have information, you know, like you have a successful dropshipping store and you have like, there's a lot of people who want to learn that. So you can use that to basically say, okay, you do product research for me. I'm going to use these products, which you're going to find. However, I'm going to teach you how I think about product research, and I'm going to evaluate all the products. I'm going to tell you what's good and bad. I'm going to help you with your thing. And that's something like that's a currency, you know, you can actually pay with that. So that's something I would do. The same thing with creators. Like I would do the same exact process with creators and have like a few people working on that as well. And then all of a sudden you have your time back, you know, and then you can focus on the one thing which you're actually really good at. And to me, it's not even the filming that you're so good at. It's like more of the coming up with concepts. Like from what I've seen, it's not a usual thing to start out and actually come in with new concepts which are not even fully yours. Like pioneering a product is not easy. I know that probably your strength is just like coming up with the right concepts, and that's what you should be spending the majority of your time on. And then other people are going to just help you with the rest. I don't know if it's going to be like a friend of yours which is going to do it, or like we can maybe send you some creator. I'm pretty sure you can find a few people who are going to be able to do things for you, you know.
I'm allowed to say my Instagram at the call.
Go for it.
Yeah, so if anyone's watching this and they want to give me product research, do product research for me, you can follow me on Instagram. I think it'll possibly be in the description. I'm not sure. But yeah, Malik and Morty, you can follow me there, and then can definitely see what we can do there.
Either product research or like content creation, if you want to like basically learn while you help somebody else. Great opportunity to do so. Other than that, when you started the very first store
ever for dropshipping,
what was your thought process? Did you think it's just gonna work easily? Did you think it's gonna be harder or more difficult? Like, what was your?
I thought it was gonna be like impossible, because my mind for dropshipping then was just like this thing you see on TikTok, like a bunch of gurus talking about dropshipping. I knew there was a chance though, because I've heard of dropshipping for multiple years, and I was like, I had the same thoughts. I was like, this is damn near impossible. But I knew there was a little chance because I was already watching like Mikey's videos. So like me seeing Mikey, like we're from the same country as well. So it's like someone directly there that is from the same place I'm from doing it. It's like, I know I can do it for a fact. So I knew there was a little chance I could do it. So that's what I was kind of thinking when I first started my store.
I see. And when you first made some money, were you surprised or were you like expecting it?
A little bit of both. I was expecting it because like, I kind of already put the work in. So I knew like over time, like I already put the work in. So it was bound to happen in terms of the store. But I was also a little bit surprised because it's like just dropshipping as a whole. Like it's one of the big, like if you think about like online businesses, it's like one of the biggest when you think about scams and people talking about it online and like selling courses. So I was a little bit surprised when I first started making a little bit of money.
And what was the reason you actually decided to join our program?
Because one, I had a bunch of time. So I was literally at home every day, no school, no work. So I was like, if I join the program, I can use this as like maximum potential. And two, because I already saw, I was like watching the case studies every week. Like when I sit down for dinner, I go on my phone, go on your like YouTube channel and watch another case study, which is coming in so fast. I was like, this has got to work for me because like all these people have been successful. Like, why can't I?
Yeah. And maybe you can then describe your experience when you joined. Like, what was the most valuable thing? What new things did you learn, etc.?
I would say it's the kind of little things in terms of making videos for me that was the most interesting and most like kind of shocking to me. As I was saying earlier, I used to just film products the same way. So when I was like introduced to all these like little things you need to think about, I was kind of like just kind of intrigued and kind of shocked. So literally how you film this at a certain angle, what song to use, how to edit, how to chop things up, how to make things flow. That was the most useful thing for me.
And to someone who isn't in the program, maybe you can describe the structure, like how you're using it specifically, etc.
So when you want to see if there's any products you can use to film, make your own brand around it, you collate it on a list as you go through your Instagram and TikTok burner methods and collect the products, and you send it to the group, and then they kind of tell you which products are good or bad. So you alleviate the kind of decision making in that sense. And then you're able to book calls. If you really want to speak to someone Monday to Friday, you can do that every day. You get group calls, you get one-on-one calls with the mentors. Utilize that quite well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You also get a messaging chat. So any questions, any little questions you want to ask in when you run into like little problems, like maybe a Shopify problem, an Instagram problem, you put it in a message in the group chat and someone's there to help you. That's how I describe it.
Exactly. And if you're watching this right now and you actually want to join, you can click the link below, sign up for a call. We can see if everything is a good fit. In the end of the day, like obviously, I think this just shows how it's all a 50-50. 50% of everything is like done by us and we tell you what to do. The other 50% is you doing it. You know, it's very obvious that like the whole thing's not working if you don't put in the work. And like, I hope this is visible from like, I mean, if you just go back and go to the account, which Malik just showed, this is like the content was done and there was a lot of videos posted and they're all really good. And that's why it worked. And like, of course, we just give feedback and try to improve everything as much as possible, help with the product research, etc. But in the end of the day, you're going to have to be actually out there filming and doing the things. And if you're willing to, we can book a call and see if everything is a good fit.